up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I recorded an intro because I was supposed to be doing our June budget setup. So I don't know if I want to combine the videos and do a 6-month update and a June budget setup. We'll see, but just in case if not, this is Jane's Diary. This is your girl Mimi, and this is my fine, lovely man of my life, my soulmate, my best friend, my handsome coffee over here, or creamer, because you got the coffee, but you the creamer.
I'm the cream, not creamer, creamer.
The creamer. So this is just basically a 6-month update since I have been gone since March and haven't done a budget update. This is going to be our 6-month update, kind of like a progress report. What?
I'm just looking at you, looking like a little buffet right now.
This is going to be our progress report. So
crowd over right now, shit. I'm hungry.
During my hiatus, we have paid off Capital One, and just some other things that we've done over the last 6 months. In my budget planner, I keep like a monthly update. So in January, we paid off Tempo. It had a balance of $388, but it was really 7-ish. We also added $200 in our savings. February was our freebie month. March was a no spend to pay off Capital One, which had a balance of $998.75. It did not happen. April was like a catch-up month. We used April to catch up on bills. We kind of got behind with our phone bill because it was $235. So April, April was like a catch-up month, catch up on our bills, and it was also kind of like preparation for getting the downstairs done. We ended up getting quotes from like 3 different contractors. We went and repriced the flooring material. We picked out what type of floors we wanted downstairs, the hardwood, the laminate. We priced the materials as far as like what is it called? Caulking?
Yeah, caulking.
That we did the underlayment stuff.
We got all the stuff.
Yeah, we basically went and got quotes for everything that we needed to do as far as repainting and all of that stuff. And then in May, we paid off Capital One. I think we did our minimum payment of $25, and then we added an extra payment of the final payment of like $35 and some change. So May, we paid off Capital One. And other than that, we've just been chilling for the month of May. I have not... I set up my budget planner, and I budgeted 1 paycheck, and that was it. Like I haven't budgeted any other paychecks. Like after paying off Capital One, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill this month. So I've budgeted, but I have not budgeted on paper. We've been like just in the bed budgeting, like, what do you want to do with this check? What do you want to do with that check? So yeah, so May's.
I got a question.
Yes, baby.
When you was a child, right? Was your diet peanut butter, cornbread, and collard greens?
But we are budgeting.
We are
budgeting. So like that's just anyways a little update. So yeah, I feel like we found our groove with how we want to. Yeah, I feel like we're on the same page now because getting started was a struggle this year. But we kind of started the year strong, though. But trying to get us on the same page was complicated because I wanted to do one thing. He wanted to do another thing. And so it was just like we were on two different pages. But I feel like now we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Mr. I want my allowance. I want a good allowance too. And I'm like, why don't we just put that money on a car? We'll be done faster.
Man, I got tired of that. You feel me? I got tired of that, man. I want to spend my money. You know what I mean?
Yes, like that.
Not on that. You know what I mean? I want to spend my money on some new kicks. You know what I mean?
That has been our struggle.
Some pop. How North people say it? Pop.
Anyways, that has been our struggle for the last 6 months. It's just both of us trying to get on the same page because my thing is I want to get it done. I want to get it done faster and still enjoy life. His thing is I'm trying to enjoy life. Bump what you talking about.
I'm just trying to like YOLO, you feel me?
I'll be like, let's put this whole check on it. He's like, let's not. Like these last couple of months I've been wanting to punch him in his throat.
But when I say nah, it's always good because you know, like it's for a reason. Like just now, we had to look for the ceiling because we think we had a leak. You feel me?
That has nothing to
If we would have
do-
dropped a whole damn check on something, you feel me?
But this is May. We paid off what we had to pay off, though, so we
it
had
don't
that.
matter if it was November.
But this is why it's important to do your emergency fund. We had our emergency fund last year, and we blew through that because Bay was having some car problems, and he ended up having to go to Texas for some stuff. So we ended up blowing through our emergency fund. So this is why it's important to have our emergency fund.
Man,
Because
cute or
that
whatever.
would have came from the emergency fund. So, like, anywho, we found our
I'll
groove.
pull them hoops out your
You
ear.
better not pull them. Anyways, I feel like we found our groove. We're finally on the same page.
Yeah,
Like, especially like with
I
budgeting.
gave in.
No, you didn't really give in. I feel like you had a wake up call.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a wake up call because we would use his checks for the mortgage, my check for the bills. But recently we started just using his check for the
For
bills
everything.
and the mortgage. And my motto or my mentality is use your checks for our things that need to get done so we don't be homeless and end out on the streets. And then we can use my checks for fun money, play money, pay off debt, get stuff done around the house. And his whole thing was he don't want to take his whole check and spend it all on the bills and all on the credit cards because he feels like he's not going to have enough money. But in reality, when I get paid the next week, that's an entire check to do whatever we want it to be for. And so his wake-up call was when we were budgeting 2 weeks ago. And I was like, well, this is your check. So I want to take care of all the bills. And what'd you say?
You fine.
No, what'd you say?
Baby, I don't even know what you said. I ain't gonna play something.
Oh,
Just staring
my
at you, just looking how
goodness.
good you is.
So I
You
wanted
is
to
fine
take...
as hell. I'm telling you, babe. Like, I don't know, something about this
Oh,
lighting that just hit you. Just,
Baby, we're supposed to be doing this video.
I'm gonna make a video, alright?
Anyways, when he had his check, I wanted to take care of all of the bills. So for the rest of the month, all
Yeah.
of the bills would be taken care of, right? He was like, he wanted to get some allowance. I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll pay.
Yeah.
I'll pay what I can
Hard
pay.
head, made a soft ass.
And I'll make sure you get an allowance. So when the next check roll around, my check, which was supposed to be our freebie, do whatever we want, put some to the side, do, whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like, oh no, remember this was supposed to be our whoop-de-whoop check, but because you wanted an allowance last week, that whoop-de-whoop has to go and pay some of the bills that I couldn't pay. Like, you were all like sour faced.
Yeah, I was like, what the bleep, man?
Like, he was literally upset, and he was like, I thought we were going to have more money. I'm like, well, we would have, but I have to pay the bills that I didn't pay last week because you wanted an allowance.
Oh, y'all tired, huh?
So he is finally on board. I feel like that was his wake up call. And sometimes you have to budge. Like, even though you know what's best, like I knew what I was doing and I know what's best for our family because I run the numbers and I know how we are. But sometimes you gotta let him fall. You got to let him fall, and he fell.
I fell.
Because I had overtime too, and it was a nice little check, and I was like, this could have been a nice free check. But we have to take and spend about $400 on the bills because you wanted an allowance.
Yeah.
So now we're on the same page with his checks, taking care of mortgage and bills. And even when we do that, you'll still have money left over. Like, we'll still have enough to where you can get a little bit. It won't be a full allowance like with my checks, but it'll be something. And then I feel like this is better that way because if we wanted to pay off our credit card, we could be like, you know what? Let's drop $5 on it instead of $200 here, $300 there. We can pay it off quicker doing it this way. Or like if we're like, hey, we want to get something done to the house. Okay, boom. We'll wait till my check comes. All the bills and everything else is paid. We got the money for it. So we're going to, for the next remainder of the year, we're going to see how that works out for us. And what else have we done differently?
Well, really, that's it. You know what I mean?
We've just been playing around trying to find our system.
Yeah, there you go, right there. That's it. That was it right there.
That was it?
That was it right there. You saved me because I was getting tongue twisted a little bit.
So, like, we spent this 6 months trying to find our system and trying to find what works for us. So, the next 6 months, we're going to, because we've been flip-flopping around. We do it one way, then another way. So
far, this is permanent. The
semi-permanent.
I'll say the default.
Okay.
So far, this is the default.
Okay.
Of the projects to see how it goes for the first 6 months. You know what I mean? And if it works out, and if we see like a big progress going, then cool, we can stick
this
to
will
it
be
for the
our
year.
yeah. So
You know
these next
I mean?
6 months, this is what we're gonna do. I also want to try to get 1 month ahead on bills. I was watching this budget.
That was a cure.
Thank you. I was watching this budget video, and I can't remember who it was, but she was basically showing us how she got ahead 1 month on her bills. I would like to do it with mortgage, but we'll save that for later and just jump right into trying to get 1 month ahead on bills. So like with this check that we're gonna budget, this was supposed to be our free check. We were supposed to take $1,000 and put it in the sinking fund for the home renovation, but then we were like, let's pay off your car note.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, y'all notice when people get new nails, they talk with their hands a lot more. Continue.
Anyway, so like we've been like going back and forth with what we wanted to do with this $1,000 free money that we have because everything's taken care of, and so we were like, oh, we can put it away for the projects, or
she's trying
or
not to,
we can pay our base car note. I think he owes what,
$1,198.
Yeah, so we could have
Yeah, 74.
So it's like almost under $1,000, and we could possibly pay our base car note. And then we were like, let's pay the bills for June.
Ooh.
Because what we were gonna do is wait till the 7th to pay the bills, but I really want to try to get a month ahead. So I want to use this last check of May to pay June's bills, and then in June
will be G2G.
I want to try to get. I don't know how it's gonna work, but in my mind it's coming together, but I basically want to try to get 1 month ahead on bills. So I think that's probably enough for the little 6-month update.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to keep rambling, and I don't want to lose you guys' attention, because, yeah.
Oh, you can't lose nobody's attention, definitely.
Anyways, so that is basically that video, and right now I'm just going to do my budget setup for the month of June. I don't know if I'm going to add in me budgeting this check, or should I do that?
What?
Add in me budgeting this check, or just do my June budget setup and call it a day? I'm trying to get back into the
budget setup and call it a day.
Yeah, because this check is just gonna go on bills, I guess. Y'all, I've been gone for a while. I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, so y'all bear with me. Bear with me and stay with me. So I think I'm just gonna do our June budget setup. I don't think I'm gonna budget this check.
So me and Kobe were playing today, right? And I think he won. Kobe won.
Anytime they play, somebody gets hurt. Whether Michael gets hurt or Kobe gets hurt. Whenever they're playing, somebody's getting hurt. It never ends well.
We play.
So, yeah, I want to go ahead and jump into my June budget setup, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.